If you want a specific, customized plan, you have to make it. The reasons that most people want to meal prep are they want to save time and money, they want to waste less food, they want to experience less stress, and of course they want to make it easier to be healthy and lose weight. The problem with meal prep is not that it's hard. The block with meal prep and the problems that most people have around it are mental. So the problem is what we think meal prep is. We think meal prep looks a certain way, the Instagram fridge and having every single meal prepared in advance. This is very intimidating, and it's why most people don't stick with it. The truth is, meal prep is meal preparation. So if the ultimate goal of meal prep is to lower the stress and make it easier to be healthy while saving time and money, we can do that without driving ourselves insane doing meal prep in one particular way. The key is getting to know you. Most people who create meal prep content online or teach you how to meal plan or how to meal prep, they're teaching you their way to do it. I know because I've done this for a long time. I'm Alyssia, thanks for being here, and I've been making meal prep videos on my YouTube channel, Mind Over Munch, and I've been meal prepping for myself for almost a decade. A few years ago, I made an entire course dedicated to teaching meal prep, but I realized that the problem was I could only teach the way that I knew, and the way that I meal prepped didn't necessarily work for everyone. The reason most people fail and don't stick with meal prep is because they're doing it someone else's way. I created this Mind Over Meal Prep course to tackle just that, meal prep that meets your specific needs. The inclination is to turn to an expert to learn from, but when it comes to health and food, no one can be a better expert in you than you. But we don't trust ourselves. We think, I don't know better than an expert. But if an expert's lifestyle and learning style and body and genetics are completely different than yours, then their way of meal prepping or dieting or eating is not gonna work for you. Our best chance at success is to figure out, what do I need? So the goal in this course is to help you figure that out. What will serve you when it comes to meal prep? What do you need to make healthy eating easier for you and your family? And what do you not need? So how do we do this? The first week in the course, we go through a data collection period where you observe yourself for a period of a week or more, making notes about your diet and your lifestyle habits for yourself and for your family. So like a scientist, you collect data about yourself using these easy worksheets that I provide. And then the next week, you analyze it and figure out, what does this mean? What do I really need? And from this place of knowing your needs, I can then help you figure out what you actually want to spend time on when it comes to meal prep. And we start small. So rather than going immediately to prepping all the meals, we approach this with baby steps so it's not so intimidating and you can ease into it. This is how I believe you'll find success. My goal in creating this course was sustainable meal prep. But what does sustainable mean? The ability to commit and stick to it for life without creating more stress. Meal prep should reduce stress, not create more of it. But right now, planning and figuring out what to cook, doing the shopping, spending all Sunday slaving away, it's a very stressful process. And it doesn't need to be if you start with the foundation of knowing your needs. This course is called Mind Over Meal Prep because that mental aspect is huge. This is both with the way that we perceive meal prep, but also the state of our minds. We want less stress, but we live with perpetual stress. Part of successful meal prep is gonna depend on the quality of your mind. And so I want to help you get a glimpse into your stress and learn to manage it more effectively in all other aspects of your life. It's all interconnected, as much as we wish that we could segment it all out. I spent a long time thinking that everything should just follow a path that made sense. If I do this, then that will happen. If I commit to the diet, I lose the weight. If I go to the gym, I get the muscles. But the missing factor was the mind. What about the days that I feel emotional and I eat an entire bag of Cheetos? What about the days that I cannot, for the life of me, make myself go to the gym? Is it possible for me to become, like a robot with unlimited willpower? No, it's not. So I needed to learn to work with the fact that I'm human, rather than fight against it. There is so much freedom in this. But if we keep fighting, we get disconnected from ourselves. The way that I was teaching meal prep before, I started to realize that it actually might be damaging my relationship with food. I struggled a lot with trying to lose weight, but also having some really disordered eating habits. I would binge and then I'd restrict, and I was never happy. I'd meal prep because I wanted to set it and forget it. And I didn't want to have to think about health. But the problem is, to really grow and ultimately to reach my goals in a healthy way, I have to tune into myself. And meal prep had me tuning out. So instead of listening to my body and learning how to ask and answer, what do I need right now, I forced myself to eat whatever I had already prepared in the fridge. So I wanted to teach meal prep in a mindful way that can actually help us heal our relationships to food and health rather than make it worse. Mindfulness became a huge part of my life, and a couple of years ago, I actually went back to grad school to get my master's degree in mindfulness studies because it left such an impact on me. Mindfulness is simply the non-judgmental awareness of the present moment. It originates from ancient Buddhist traditions, but it's really nothing more than a framework that I've learned to apply to almost any question in life. If I can be more present right now and more aware of what's happening without judging myself, then I can see more clearly whatever is in front of me and know what to do. So I designed this course with mindfulness in mind. Not to mention, many tools of mindfulness, like meditation, are the best ways to manage and lower stress, which we know is a huge problem and one of the reasons that we want to meal prep in the first place. So I incorporate a lot of tools like that into the course. I provide guided meditations and homework to help you prioritize stress management, while at the same time, you're getting to know your needs and, of course, learning the basics of meal prep. The truth is, you already know how to cook food. I mean, if you don't, I have a course to teach you how, and I would recommend learning that first, but the problem is not really the cooking. It's not even storing the food or knowing what to make, although of course we will go through all of that in the course. The problem is learning to manage it all and customize it to your needs. It doesn't help you, to buy Sally's meal plan and make Sally's recipes, because Sally made those with her own self, her family, her needs in mind. They might inspire you, but they can't direct you specifically. If you want a specific, customized plan, you have to make it, and I will show you how. I will guide you through step by step with worksheets, homework, and tons of tools. It will be approachable and even fun, but hear me clearly, it is work. This course is truly that. It is a program of study. That's what a course is, right? You will study not only meal prep, but yourself, your stress, your family, and your life. You'll learn about it. You'll observe it curiously like a scientist, and then with my tools and guidance, you'll have the confidence and information to make your perfect plan. People want quick fixes and shortcuts, but they don't work. So instead of looking at meal prep as a shortcut, look at it as a way to learn about yourself and make your healthy lifestyle more sustainable. Basically, we have to forget everything we think we know about meal prep and start from the ground up to build our unique, sustainable practice that can last us a lifetime. I don't want you to ever have to buy someone else's plan again. I want you to have the confidence to trust yourself to serve your needs, your family's needs, and to know you can find a healthy lifestyle without paying someone else to do it for you. So in this course, we'll go through the data collection in the first week in the first module. Then in modules 2, 3, and 4, you get access to in the second week. You can go through at your pace. I've included a recommended schedule in the course, but I wanted you to have access to the information because I know some people like to go through all of the coursework and get a sense of it and then go back and do it again more slowly. I didn't want you to have to wait a full week in between that content. The next modules help you assess your data, and then we can go through the basics of meal prep, how to compose meals, and we'll talk about basic nutrition, how to meal plan with my system. But don't worry, I give you so many templates so you can find the way that works for you. We'll talk about grocery shopping and what foods are better or worse for meal prep. I'll show you my favorite system for meal prepping to keep your planning and prep day simple and stress-free. One thing that people don't realize is you don't actually have to do much cooking on your prep day. It depends on your style. And of course, we'll talk all about the basics of storing, freezing, and labeling food. Another big part of the course is the mindfulness component. So in every module, there is a mindfulness corner where we'll talk about stress management, tools like meditation, journaling, and mindful eating, and even some of the powerful science behind gratitude and the power of the present moment. A couple of things to note. This is not a set it and forget it meal plan. I am not going to tell you what to eat, although I will give you tons of ideas. This is you doing this work for yourself. I'm showing you the way to get there. It is going to be some work now, all introspective work is, but it will serve you for life. Now, who is this course not for? So someone who already has a sustainable meal prep practice, obviously. Someone who doesn't feel stressed about making healthy meals for themselves or their loved ones. Someone who doesn't have cooking basics down. My kitchen confidence course would be better suited for you to start if that's you. Someone who is not open to doing deep explorations of themselves. Someone who is not interested in or who is completely closed off to meditation or mindfulness, because that is a big part of it. It was important to me to keep this course affordable, and I do think it is, considering all you get between the worksheets for data collection and assessment, the meal planning system, and all of the templates which are available as printable PDFs and digital forms that you can fill out, as well as the meal prep education, the mindfulness tools, the guided audio exercises, and the introspective prompts. This course could easily be 10 times the price, as many of the courses I'm sure you've seen online are, but it's not. And we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. I really believe you already have everything that you need. I just want to help you unlock your full potential that I know is already there. You can do this, and I can help. Be patient and kind with yourself. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and I hope to see you inside the course. Be well.